In this video, I want to share with you my formula for how I feel that you can improve the chances of achieving your goals. Recently, I was laying on the sofa on a Sunday, chilling and reflecting on a pretty chaotic week. And I was reflecting on how I've met some people that tell me they've got these big ambitions, big goals, but never really seem to make headway on it. And then I've met these other people that tell me that they've got these ambitions and these goals and this vision and they want to achieve something and they just somehow seem to do it. And you sort of look at them and go, well, how? And I was kind of reflecting on my personal opinion on almost like a success formula, on the formula that I feel with the key traits and the key equation to help improve like the percentage chance of somebody achieving their goals. Because I think that it's always like the odds, nothing's guaranteed, success isn't guaranteed. But I think that if you do and follow a certain formula, that it just improves those odds. And I wanted to I posted it on my Instagram just spontaneously and I had loads of feedback and I just thought I'd share that in a video form, just to share and see if it helps some people. So in this video, we're gonna go through what I feel is the success formula. So the equation starts with what I call your served reality. I think the served reality is where we all are now, where we are in life, the cards we've been dealt. And I've known many people who have been dealt some horrible cards with illness, with loss of close relatives, loved ones, some horrific circumstances, and their served reality is in a real tough place. And I've battled in my own head in, these people are like, oh, you can understand why, they are struggling to sort of get out of a rut and push forward, and I completely get that. And I think that's why the equation really starts with your served reality. Some of us are naturally great at public speaking, some of us are naturally great at certain skills, some of us just get things, some of us are born entrepreneurial, some of us aren't, some of us are great with people, some of us aren't, some of us are caring for loved ones at home and don't have the time to really pursue big visions and big goals. And so I think it all starts with this served reality, and this is going to be different for everybody. But the success that I'm talking about could be the goal of I want to become very visually healthy and in a good position and I want to lose 10 stone, whatever it may be. And I think this formula, as I've reflected on it and perfected it that little bit, I think it's so relatable for whether you want to get a promotion, whether you want to earn an extra £10,000 a year, whether you want to improve your health and fitness, whether you want to improve your relationship with someone. I think it's relatable to everything, whether you're starting a business, whether you're employed, whether you have personal goals. I think it all starts here with your served reality, and that's the beginning of the equation. So you take your served reality, whatever that may be, and you've then got this goal in mind that you're at point A and you want to get to point B, and really served reality is where we are. You then take your served reality and you add your resilience. And I believe that life is tough, very tough, and I think it's only getting tougher, or at least it feels that way. And I've never heard as much as I do now in terms of people that are, getting these illnesses. There's, more crime, the cost of living crisis, all that sort of stuff is going up, and it's becoming more and more difficult sometimes just to get up and out of bed. And so I think that the equation really starts with what your served reality is and then your resilience just to get through day to day, just to get through life and the hurdles that will be thrown at you, the curveballs, the redundancies, the cost of living, you didn't get the pay rise, you can't be bothered, somebody's fallen ill, you don't feel well, somebody's done you over, you didn't win a contract you was going to win, you didn't hit your figures, all those sort of things, somebody's left you, whatever it may be. It's then your resilience and your strength and mental stamina to battle on through that. And that's really the first step in just life and business, is what your served reality is and where you are, and then your resilience to keep going. And so that's the next step of the equation, is adding then your level of resilience. You then add your self-education. I went to school, I left school as quickly as I physically could, and I went on a journey of self-education. I'm a big believer in getting yourself a huge big bookcase, whether it's digital or physical, and consuming knowledge on areas that you want to improve. So if your percentage chance of success, the reason you're watching this video is you want to improve your relationships with people, if you want to improve your public speaking, if you want to improve your health and fitness, I believe the next step is to improve your self-education and invest time, 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 50 minutes, however much you can give it to it, in podcasts, audiobooks, physical books, highlighters, all that sort of stuff in just consuming knowledge and improving your self-education, because nobody's going to educate you for you. And I just believe that the people that go out there and just build wealth of knowledge, you can't put a price on having just a monumental amount of knowledge and being an expert in a given subject and really learning that for yourself and not waiting for somebody to tell you what to do. Go and find the information, because it's never been more readily available. So I believe in not, state and funded education, all that sort of stuff. I believe in the self-education in the areas you really feel that line up with the skill set that you need to get to point B. So that's the next step of the formula, is to plus your level of self-education that you invest in. Then the big one, which I think is very underestimated, is adding your consistency. The level of consistency on the good days, on the bad days, how much consistency you give. We don't want a quick sprint, then we stop for 2 months, then we go again. It needs to be every day, the same level, that compound effect of chopping away. You need to keep the resilience. You need to keep the education. You need to keep doing the great things that you know you need to do to get towards the horizon and what you can see on the hill, the vision, the point B. And that is massive. Not enough people, they're great for 5 minutes and then they go, vroom. I see it internally within our businesses. You have people that go, they're on this like huge trajectory going for the moon, and all of a sudden they go on this massive wobble and they've like hit the floor. And that's no good. You want very nice, consistent performance over a long period of time, and that compound effect, 1% better every day, 1%, not 20%, don't go for 20% and overexert yourself, 1% every single day. The power of that consistency will pay dividends for you. Then we're going to add in your attitude. Now, this is huge. Our business here, we hire on attitude over skill set. Sometimes it's led us astray because we've gone for what needed to be a really qualified job and we've hired the wrong person because we've mostly been led on attitude. But in the main, it's never steered us wrong, because we believe in the power of having amazing people with really great proactive attitudes and not what we like to call jobs worths. So I just believe if you have a great attitude, really strong, a great attitude for being better than yesterday, a great attitude for learning, for development, continuous improvement. I just believe in your career, your business, in the gym. Just have a great positive outlook on life. And I know that's difficult when you go back to the start of the formula and people have some really rough served realities. I get that. That's where the resilience piece comes in, and we've got to try and keep going for your own sake, because I just believe nobody's going to come along and scoop you up and mollycoddle you anymore. It just doesn't exist. And I think that if you don't have an ambition to improve and achieve a goal, then there's no need for you to follow this formula. I've met hundreds of people that have got like, oh, I'm at this point and I want to get to this point. This is where I feel this comes in, is that if you have a really strong attitude and try and keep that, even though you're going to get punched in the face a few times, it will pay dividends for you in achieving the goal, in waking up and having a strong attitude, both when you're at work, when you're at home. Just try and find the positives in every situation wherever you can. But I know that is tough. Then we add in your patience, your level of patience. One of the things that I've struggled with the most over the years, I'm a very impatient person. I want everything to be done today, not tomorrow. And I've slowly improved my patience. I've slowly understood, actually, we can achieve better results if we don't go in such a hurry all of the time. And so what you've really got to understand is that it may take, this vision that you've got may take 20 years, but you've just got to expect that. And you've got to then not give in, and you've got to keep going and almost plant the seed that this is a 20-year vision, what I want to achieve. If it is a small goal, which is that you want to lose 10 stone, then perhaps you break it into micro goals so that there is still a sense of achievement and progress. So it may be, I want to lose a stone every 6 months, whatever it may be, to set realistic and measurable goals so you don't feel deflated and that you can keep that patience up. But my big thing is everything I've learned, mostly in my business, but also in life, everything takes double the amount of time that I ever predict it will. And that's because I am naturally an impatient person. So I've now started to train my brain in whatever I first think it's going to take. If we sign off on a new project, if we're building something, if we're hiring someone, I'll go, oh, they'll be up and running within a month. It never is. It's 2 months. So I now double everything. And then if it comes in under that, hey presto, I'm living the dream because it's exceeded my expectations. And I think a big thing is around patience. The way I've taught it to myself is lowering my expectations of people and the way how long things are going to take. And then that's helped with my patience. So you add in your level of patience into the formula. And then the last one, after you've added all those, you've added all your elements of how resilient you are, how persistent you are, consistent you are, your great attitude or your not great, your level, all those level points. When we get to the end of the formula, you then minus your wonky moments, which we are all gonna have because we are all human and we are not computers or robots. So we're all gonna have the bad days. We're all gonna have the curveballs, the punches in the face, the things that don't go to plan, the moments when your body just goes, oh, I'm done, I can't do this anymore. Why am I bothering? I've been at this for 5 years and I'm seeing no results. I've been grafting like mad to my boss for 2 years and I've not had a pay rise. I'm not recognised. You will get the devils that come inside your brain. And I think that these are what I define as the wonky moments. You know, when you can't be bothered, when, you know, I had a curveball recently. I was really consistent for a year going to the gym. My car went in the garage and I had this wobble where I was like, whoa, I haven't got a car. And I was stressed about it, how much it was going to cost, repairing it. And so my wonky moment was I fell off going to the gym and it broke my morning routine for about 2 weeks. And everyone's gonna get this. And so all the plus, you add up your grade on all of those and you should be trying to perfect them every day. And then you minus your wonky moments. And we will all have them. And anybody that tells you they don't are lying. So you minus your wonky moments. And then once you've followed that formula, that will give you your percentage chance of what I think is success. And apologies for my scribble handwriting. But that is my formula that I feel I follow, and it's the key trait and the key algorithm to, I believe, going from point A where you are now to where you want to be, the vision that you tell your friends about, you tell your family about, you've got in your mind as to where you really want to be, the dream. And like I say, this can be small micro goals about you want to save up and buy a house, you want to invest in something, you want to start your own business, or it could be huge goals that you want to own an empire with this, that, the other, you want to fly around the world, whatever it may be. I believe that the formula is all about improving the percentage chance and the odds of you achieving what is your point B. So that's the formula.